Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, आज हम एक बुक पढ़ेंगे डायरी ऑफ विम्पी के ड्रॉड्रिक रूल्स. सो गाइस ये बुक बहुत बड़ी है तो इसके पार्ट्स बहुत सारे मिलेंगे हमें. ये है डायरी ऑफ विम्पी के ड्रॉड्रिक रूल्स. जेफ किनी, written by Jeff Kinney, to Julie, Will and Grain. Here are some other books name also: Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Last Straw, Dog Days, Do It Yourself, many more. So let us just start. September, Monday. I guess mom was pretty proud of herself making me write in that journal last year because now she went and bought me another one. But remember how I said that if someone jerk caught me carrying a book with diary on the cover, they were gonna get the wrong idea. Well, that's exactly what happened today. My brother Roderick. Sis. Punch. Now that Roderick knows I have another journal, I better remember to keep this one locked up. Roderick actually got a hold of my last journal a few weeks back, and it was a disaster. But don't even get me started that story. Even without my Roderick problems, my summer was pretty lousy. Our family didn't go or do anything fun, and that's Dad's fault. Dad made me join the swim team again, and he wanted to make sure I didn't miss any meets this year. Chatter. Kill Brandon. No, Merky Todd. Stop shivering, Greg. Dad's got this idea that I am destined to be great swimmer or something, so that's why he makes me join the team every summer. At my first swim meet a couple of years ago, Dad told me that when the umpire shot off the starter pistol, I was supposed to be dive in and start swimming. But what he didn't tell me was that the starter gun only fired with blanks. So I was a whole lot more worried about where the bullet was gonna land than I was about getting myself to the other end of the pool. Even after Dad explained that whole starter pistol concept to me, I was still worst swimmer on the team. But I did end up winning most improved at the awards banquet at the end of the summer. That's only because there was a 10-minute difference between my race and my last one. So I guess Dad is still waiting for me to live up to my potential. In a lot of ways, being on the swim team was worse than being in middle school. First of all, we had to be at the pool by 7:30 every morning, and the water was always freezing cold. And the second of all we were all crammed into lanes, so I was always had somebody on my tail trying to get around me. The reason we had to use two lanes was because practice was at the same time as the water jazz class. I actually tried to convince Dad to let me do water jazz instead of swim team, but he wouldn't go for it. Come, ladies, get those arms up. This was the first summer the coach let us boys wear swim trunks instead of those skimpy racing trunks. But mom, said Roderick's hand me down bathing suit was perfectly fine. Your friends will be jealous because you will be able so fast. Ha 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 ha. After swim practice, Roderick would pick me up his band when mom had this crazy idea that if me and Roderick spent quality time on the ride home every day, we won't fight as much. But all it did was make the things a lot worse. Roderick was always a half hour late picking me up, and he wouldn't let me sit up front. He said the chlorine would ruin his seat, even though the van is something like 15 years old. Get in the back. So here the Roderick, his brother basically. So this is Roderick, just writing it Rod, and this is his brother. So Roderick have a band name Low Diaper. So the band name is Low Diaper. Okay. Let me just erase everything. Then we go. Yeah. Roderick van doesn't actually have any seats in the back, so I had to squeeze in with all the band equipments. And every time the van came to stop, I had to pray and I didn't get my head taken off by Roderick's drum. Gah! I ended up walking home every day instead of getting a ride from Roderick. I figured it was better to just walk the 2 miles than to get brain damage riding in the back of the van. Halfway through the summer, I decided I was pretty much done with swim team, so I came up with a trick to get out of practice. I would swim few laps and then I would ask the coach if I could use the bathroom. Then I would just hide out in the locker room until practice was over. The only problem with my plan was that it is something like frosty 40 degrees in the bathroom. So I was colder in there than I was in the pool. I had to wrap myself into toilet paper so I didn't get hypothermia. That's how I spent a pretty big chunk of my summer vacation, and that's why I'm actually looking forward to go back school tomorrow. Tuesday, when I got to school, everybody was acting like all strange around me, and at first I didn't know what was up. Scream! Scream! Then I remembered I still had cheese touch from last year. I got the cheese touch in last week of the school and over the summer completely forget about it. So now I will tell you what is cheese touch. In one book, the Roderick or someone give him a what I can say old cheese and he ate it and the school make a type of disease named cheese touch. So that's all. I got cheese touch in last week of school and I over the summer I completely forgot about it. The problem with cheese touch is that you have got until you can pass it to someone else, but nobody would even get within 30 feet of me. So I knew I was gonna be stuck with the cheese touch for the whole school year. Luckily, there was a new kid named Jeremy Pendle in a homeroom, so that I took care of that problem. Welcome to our school, Jeremy. My first class was pre-algebra and the teacher put me right next to Alex Arura, the smartest kid in the whole class. So guys, that's much for today, because we will in every video we will read 10 pages of a book. Okay, so let me just end the video. Before ending this video, I will give the link of this Diary of a Wimpy Kid Roderick Rules by. So please like and subscribe to my channel, and bye bye. Yeah.